Hey, my people, what's going on? This is Major TV. Let's talk. I'm again back to talking about community related issues. The next topic I want to talk about is the lack of funding. I believe the reason why our community is underdeveloped and why it's not growing as rapidly as it should because we haven't been getting the proper funding, whether by the federal government or when we apply for loans, personal and business, from banks and financial institutions. It's not a secret that black people is not on crack as much as they should, and a lot of blacks, especially blacks at the bottom level, are afraid because of all the things that's spewed out there about credit, and because they're not taught about financial literacy and whatnot, and how to utilize credit and how it can benefit them. A lot of time they really ignore the obvious, that their situation is growing ugly and they don't do about it. But there are those who do try to get credit and they have a lot of problems getting it. So I want to talk about that, because it's important that, now that we voted Kamala and Biden in office, as well as the Dems, we definitely have to push that agenda hard. They are talking about the funding and helping and what have you, but we have to make sure they do that. But also on the back end, we have to start making our business to show our people how to deal with that. And for the financial literacy part, and I think I should do something on the side note regarding that. My platform is not that big, but I'm still trying to push the narrative that we have to do something for each other and for the community, and not be sitting idle waiting on somebody to come and just change all our situation. That's why I started hashtag each one teach one. I seen one sister said each one teach two. It'd be great if we could teach two, but I'm trying to keep it simple because sometimes it's hard to really convey a message to some people that have been misinformed or misdirected. And when you try to share real information, potent information that can really turn their life around, some people just shy away from it because they're just so set in their ways. But I really believe that if we focus on the obvious with our community, because we already have a unity issue, and we already have an issue whereas the leadership is not communicating like they should at the top, and you have a lot of black people that's following these different leaderships that's keeping the black community divided. And I don't want to say it's intentional, but it's obvious that there's issues. But I feel like we can't harbor on that. We have to focus on what we can do. And right now I'm looking at the fact that black people is at the bottom of everything. I mean, bad enough where there was systemic racism, poverty, the lack of jobs, and trying to sustain or start a business. But when you don't have the funding, or you don't have that help to push you over the hump, that hurts a lot. So for me, I think it's important that we talk about this. We need to really look at all the funding that's out there, right? Especially the reparation that Yvette Cornell, ADOS is pushing, you know what I'm saying? And other people out there is pushing it, looking at the Black Platinum Plan with Ice Cube, and also just for our own eyes to reading the fine print. Because I looked over Biden candidacy, right? And he had a lot of stuff he was saying about how he wanted to help the black community. But we have to hold not just him, but these politicians locally, statewide, and nationally that represent our areas to do their part, But we have to also teach our people how to handle money when it comes this way. So it's gonna be a challenge. I won't even lie, but we have to try to get funding for the black community in reference to businesses, reference to houses, in reference to assistance. We have to also push for black banks and HBCUs to also be a part of that, which I know they are possibly. I know they probably are part of it, but just making sure everything falls through. So, I mean, myself, I can be like most people, just sit back, right? But I don't want to just sit back. I want to really be a part of it, and I'm making phone calls. I'm doing things, but again, I said in my video previously that I'm only one person. But if you're really serious, let's try to do something. Like, I mean, that's what these videos are about, right? These quick videos I'm dropping, just trying to talk to those who really care, who really want to sit down and have a real convo about what's going on, and really trying to come up with some ways how we can help the community, because there's so much of stuff going on, y'all. There's so much. But funding is something that I definitely think that we need to look into, because we know about the stimulus money, and that went to everybody, and we know that the government is shucking and jiving. They're really not doing what they should do, and these other countries just outdoing them as far as showing they want to do more for their citizens versus the United States. But this is an issue in the country, period. But in the black community, the worst issue, because as I already stated, that we're the underdog. In certain words, we're at the bottom of the totem pole, and they be trying to group us with everybody else and what they're going through. And I know there's other people. I know there's people going through, so I'm not naive to that. When I speak about black people, I'm really speaking about people of color at the same time. Because I know that a lot of time I say that a lot, but it's people of color, but particularly black people. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really affecting. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give some kind of. I just want to give some kind of energy out there to show that it's time for us to really just step forward and just talk about it and try to really find ways how to really achieve some of these things. So that's what I want to talk about, y'all. This is Major TV. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and holler at me. Let's see what's up. Let's try to get some off the ground. I'm trying to do something. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Stay focused, stay on cold, and just be black. Peace.